Hello students, I am Dr. Sunita. I am from Department of Economics. Today we'll talk about demand. It's a very important topic of microeconomics. In today's topic, we'll discuss about the demand, the law of demand, what are the factors that is affecting the demand. Now, first of all, let's see what is the definition of demand. So, demand is the desire, ability and willingness to buy a product and a services. So, to something to be called as a demand, these three important things to be fulfilled. Imagine I wanted to buy an Audi car, right? That is my desire and I'm also willing to buy that Audi car. But do I have that money in my pocket? That is my ability to purchase that commodity. So if I do not have that much money in my pocket, I cannot call that as a demand, right? So I have desire and willingness, but my ability is not significant to be called as a demand. Moving forward, like these are the few list of the products, like there's a mobile phone, there's a house, there's laptop, a hamburger or burger, and then we have ice cream, new clothes and a car, right? So depending upon my definition, I'll be considering them I'll putting them into the demand frame. So imagine I have 5 lakh rupees in my bank balance and I wanted to buy a new mobile phone, right? So if the mobile phone costs around 1 lakh rupees, so I have desire, I have willingness to buy that product and I have ability to buy that product. So I can consider that to be a demand. The same condition, I wanted to buy that house, but I do not have that much money in my bank balance. So at that point of time, so that's important. So I cannot consider that as a demand and likewise. Now for this, I have taken an example of an ice cream. So like demand schedule. So basically we have shown that at different prices, what quantity I would be demanding for the ice cream. Imagine the price of the ice cream is 10 rupees. So at 10 rupees, I'll be having 10 ice creams. At 12 rupees, I'll be having 8 ice cream. At 14 rupees, I'll be having 6 ice cream and likewise. That says that as the price of the ice cream is increasing, my quantity demanded of that ice cream decreases. So when I place this demand schedule in a demand curve, right? So that's the demand curve. So basically we are graphically showing the demand schedule. We call it as a demand curve. So it is a representation of quantities of a good which will be demanded by the consumer at various possible prices at given amount of time. Right? So this is a demand curve which is downward sloping, which shows an inverse relationship between price and quantity demanding. Moving forward, this is a very important concept of demand, that is the law of demand. Let's see what the law says. Law says there is an inverse relationship between price and quantity demanded, keeping the other things remaining the same. So what is it? So we say that if the price of the product is increasing, the quantity demanded is decreasing. So that means one is going up and one is going down. That is, there is an inverse relationship between price and quantity demanded. But when the price of the product falls, obviously we would like to have more of that commodity. So the quantity demanded increases because humans buy more of the product, or generally we also buy the product depending upon the price. So if the price is increasing, the quantity demanded decreases. If price decreases, quantity demanded increases. And the important thing is other things remaining the same. That means there are other factors also impacts the demand. Now moving forward, so what are the other factors that affect the demand, right? So we have seen the price as a very important factor that affects the demand. Other than the price, we have non-price determinants of the demand. First is the buyer's income. That means if my income increases, my quantity demanded increases, right? So there is a positive relationship between these two. The next is price of related good. So here we have two kinds of goods, substitute goods and the complementary good. So when product are the substitute, imagine, so as increase in the price of one leads to an increase in the demand of the other. So they are the substitute. So we the expensive one we let it go and we buy the cheaper one. Then complementary goods, that means they go hand in hand like pen and ink, right? So when an increase in the price of one leads to decrease in the demand of the other, that means if the price of pen increases, the demand for ink also decreases. The next is the consumer's taste and preferences. We know that the lot of trends are starting up. Depending upon my taste and preferences, I demand that commodity. The last is the expectations about the future. So in the future, if as a consumer, I expect that the price of this product will increase or my income will increase in future. So for that duration, I won't be buying that product at that point of time. So my demand also depends upon the future expectations. It can be related to the price of the product, income of the consumer, etc., etc. Now that's all for the day. Thank you so much for listening to me. Thank you.